Hi guys, this is VengeanceTech, and today we're going to do a Minecraft tutorial on my chicken farm design. Um, my chicken farm design has an automatic cooker, and it's a scalable chicken farm. And I'll kind of show you this real quick. This is kind of a small version, a little bit bigger, and this is a gigantic version. I'm not actually going to be running the gigantic version right now because it really lags my computer while I'm recording. So I got the big one actually shut off. To give you an idea, the big one will actually produce about 500 chickens per layer. So this big one will actually hold 1,500 chickens. If your computer can't handle, the big one, well, I probably wouldn't build it. But if your computer can handle it, hey, go for it. The big one's great. What I'm going to be showing you today is how to build, a little one. And then basically, you can scale it up to, whatever size you want. What I got, behind here is, well, these are all 3-level ones. And this one right here is, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This one's 9 levels. This one actually produces, quite a chunk of, chickens too. If your computer can't handle it, well, don't build it. I'd build a fairly small one like this one over here. And anyway, I guess what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to take and empty these chests so you can actually see the production rate. That way you can kind of get an idea of how much chicken these actually produce. I'm going to be running 3 of these chicken, factories while I'm doing the build. And if you've kind of noticed already, it actually produces cooked chicken and a couple eggs. But anyway, I'm going to kind of show you how to get started. What I did is I kind of speeded up the process here. This is pretty much how you start. What you do is you basically build a pillar that's 3 high. Oops, well, let me put that back. 3 high pillar, and then on top you'd make a ring around it. So this would be on the 4th layer. This right here is 9 by 9. It works best with odd numbers because of the way the water channels work. So the 9 by 9 works, 11 by 11 works, and so on. If you're building a gigantic one like that, you can make a few changes and stuff. But anyway, you build your first layer, 3 high, and then you do a ring around it. And then what you do is you do the first layer of the floor, and it's pretty much in this pattern. Basically, it has a hole on one side, a hole in the center, and a hole on the other side. And you pretty much build it like that. You build up your walls like so, and then when you actually get to the next layer, what you do is you're actually going to rotate this 90 degrees. So your floor pattern is, I'll basically rotate it 90 degrees. So the next layer of your floor is going to look like this. And what that does is the chickens that are falling off this layer that I just produced will actually fall down into this area right here, and they'll stay on this floor for a little while, and before they actually fall off into this area. Now, the way this actually works is it works by the chickens being overcrowded to actually drop down a layer. And pretty much when you build it up, this way, alternating them, you still want to have an odd number of floors. So, 1 floor will work, 3 floors will work, 5, 7, 9, and so on. And when you actually get it, built up a ways, what you're actually going to do is you're going to actually put signs in there, like this, along each side that has the gap, for the chickens to fall. And you're going to put a sign in the middle, like this. That's going to keep your water from actually flowing, over this edge and downward. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to add your water. You want to add it in all these 4 corners. And you basically keep coming all the way down to the bottom. Trying not to fall. Oops, put that one in the wrong spot. Put that one in the wrong spot. And pretty much on each floor you'll actually get the water to actually look like this, so that it pushes everything towards the center. This way what happens is that when the eggs are actually hatched, or the eggs are actually produced by the chickens, they actually go to the center and they fall all the way down to an egg collection area, which is going to be a hopper eventually. And what I do when I get it to this height, say if this is my last level, I'll actually run a row of blocks around here, and you can put a roof on the building if you want. But I'm not going to do that right now. Kind of light this up a little bit. You want to actually light up each of these layers also, prevent mobs from forming. Some mobs are actually okay. These are all lit up already, I think. Yep, they're all lit up. You're going to want to light it up just to prevent the mobs from forming. Skeletons and zombies aren't too bad. Creepers will actually blow a big hole in this thing. Anyway, now when you get it to this point, I'm going to show you how to build the cookers. To build the cookers, what you're going to do is you're going to go around to the sides where the channels are, and you're actually going to take out these 2 rows of blocks. Here the chicken's dying in the background. And you're going to take a block and you're going to put it here, 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 and here. And the cooker is actually very simple. All it is netherrack, burning netherrack, I should say. And you're actually going to run your nether rack right here. What happens is the chickens will actually, you know, fall off this layer that's above me onto the burning nether rack. They'll catch on fire and they'll kind of run around. And what they'll do is actually fall off this edge, and you know, it'll fall into hoppers, and you know, you'll collect the items. But let me get this thing lit up here. And you gotta kind of watch out for them creepers. You're doing this on survival. And then what you do is you actually put a kind of a glass front on this, if this creeper will let me. Well, we'll come back to that. This way you can actually watch them burn. And that's basically one side of the cooker. I usually put a row of blocks on top of this. And the creeper's going to be in my way on this other side. Let me get rid of this creeper real quick here. Okay, and when you get it to this point, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to drop your chest in place. Grab a few, grab some regular chest. And you're going to want your chest located pretty much right there and there. And then we'll drop in our hoppers. This will actually collect our cooked chicken and our feathers. As they fall, put a row of blocks there and a row of blocks here. And enclose our collection area. That way our chickens can't get, our burning chickens can't get free. Just kind of close it off like that. And we'll come around to this backside and kind of do the same thing. And that's our cookers. Okay. Now, for our collection area, or collecting, I should say, what we're going to want to do is we'll kind of build a short little pillar here. And what we're going to do is we're going to get a dropper. The dropper will actually elevate our items up. And I'm going to show you how to build a simple elevator. But first we're going to take and get a set of hoppers. And what the hoppers do is it takes our eggs that are dropping here and basically moves them all the way there. And that's pretty much it. Now we can take this pillar out. And what we are going to do is we're going to take droppers and we're going to basically run droppers all the way up to the top here. This is going to be our item elevator. There are other, styles of elevators out there. It's just the one that I'm going to use. And on the very top one, we're going to put a dispenser. This is what's actually going to toss the eggs and actually hatch them. I want that facing upward also. And we're going to kind of enclose this here a little bit. And we're going to kind of enclose this. We're going to leave a hole here. This is where our baby chickens are going to fall into our factory, a chicken factory. Kind of enclose this also with a layer of blocks, followed by a layer of glass. Get rid of that rain real quick. And we'll put a roof on top of this. And that is basically our item elevator. We'll have to power this. The easiest way to power this is to basically go out 2 blocks here, and basically what you're going to do is every other block you're going to kind of come up like this, and you're going to do this on both sides. And what we'll do is this gets our power actually up to the top. Using some vertical redstone wiring. There's other ways you can do this, but this is just the way that I'm doing it. And then what you do is on every other one, you're going to build a kind of a little bridge over to it. Of course, you're going to alternate it on the opposite side, like this. So it's going to pretty much look like that from a distance. And then what we're going to do is down here, we're going to make an oscillator. This repeater you're going to actually want to set on the second tick. And what it's basically going to do is it's going to start oscillating. And then what you're going to do is you're going to power the opposite side. With a single repeater like that. The reason I use a repeater here is when you're actually on a server, it actually works better with a repeater. It doesn't basically miss a cycle. And that's the same reason I'm going to be using repeaters going up this way also. That way it doesn't miss a cycle. And actually this block right here is not needed, so we can take that one out. And we'll put a little redstone dust in there. You can kind of hear it, powering the droppers and that unit up on top, the dispenser. And that's what's going to hatch our eggs. Now, if you hear all the clicking, you're not going to really want to keep it clicking. In order to have it automatically shut off, you're going to take a comparator, and on this bottom dropper, you're going to basically put your comparator right here, followed by a redstone dust and a redstone torch. And you'll put a torch off the end of this, and you'll take and put one more dust down right here. What that does is it basically shuts it off whenever this lower dispenser is empty. And then what we do is pretty much you can basically click here and you can drop some eggs in there. Let me get some eggs. And this basically primes it. All you really need is just one chicken to form. But we're gonna kind of, I guess, supercharge this one a little bit. That way we can kind of race up to the top here. You can see the chickens hatching, and I actually forgot something here. You're going to want to put some water in here. That way it flushes out the chickens. And of course these baby chickens are going to die. Anyway, you can see them kind of hatching and kind of doing their thing. Pretty much what happens is that they grow up, lay eggs fall down, it starts the process over, continues and repeats and repeats and repeats and repeats. And what happens is that eventually all the layers will be full of chickens. Kind of show you this. This one's actually a little bit bigger than that one. This one's an 11 by 11. And of course it's 9 stories high instead of, this one's 5. That one's 5 stories. Not including the bottom, I guess. And pretty much what it does is, as soon as it gets started, as soon as it has enough chickens built up, it'll fill these 2 chests with pretty much everything you need, for chicken. And now we'll kind of go back to these over here. I'll show you the production. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of clear out my inventory. right now we got about 25 minutes into the video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to this little one here. I'll pull out the items here. Alright, this little one produced 27 cooked chickens and 25 feathers in, I don't know, about 25, 26 minutes. This, slightly bigger one produced a stack, plus 19, plus a stack, plus, 20 chickens. That's in, about 26 minutes, 25 minutes. This one is 9 stories high. Produced, well, 3 full stacks of cooked chickens and 30 30 more on top of that, and 3 stacks of feathers, basically 3.5 stacks of feathers, and of course it's still producing. So one that's 9 stories high produces that much, plus an egg. Now, just to give you an idea, the production rate on this big one, I'll kind of show you this big one here. This one has 2 egg hatchers on both sides. It'll produce 500 chickens on a level, so 1,500 chickens will be produced in this system. It has the hoppers set up to basically push the eggs to each egg hatcher, and it has 2 double chests here and here. Now in in 30 minutes with this thing running, it'll actually fill these 2 chests. I don't know how much that is. I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 by 9. So that's 54 stacks. Well, actually, I should say it'll actually fill 1 double chest with 54 stacks of cooked chickens and feathers. And the production rate on this thing is so fast that when you actually pull a stack out, it'll actually replenish that stack in just like a minute. Anyway, I guess we're about 30 minutes into the video. Anyway, again, this is Vengeance Tech. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like it, please subscribe and leave a like. And, well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.